Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Profiteda for one more learning video tutorial. And today we are going to develop an Android mobile application for margin calculator. Okay, so this will be an app, margin calculator Android app, and we gonna utilize Python for this purpose. Okay, so earlier as you know, in my previous video I'm utilizing this Kiwi. Okay, so I have been shown some basic simple examples, okay, which you can check in my profitedaweb.com. Okay, so I've shown you there how you can create some of the basic apps. Okay, now one more video I have done especially for the margin calculation utilizing Files API as hedge option selling margin calculator in Python. Okay, so what it does, it will from the API you will get the margin. Okay, so it dependent on the broker to broker. Okay, especially if you ask certain thing, it will include the charges and other stuff. Okay, and partially divide and depends on day by day LTP premium, so all of the things will be dependent. So margin calculator, it is one of the important stuff for trading purpose. Okay, so I have done Python a basic getting from each API. Okay, and these things are not available in GitHub. Okay, especially the model which you install as a FICE model. So better to watch this video. Okay, get the API, and now we can proceed towards the simple app. Okay, so that app which I will install in my mobile, and I can utilize to calculate the margin as well as to place the orders. Okay, so let's proceed with this stuff. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna first create the application. Okay, so first it will be kiwi.app import app. Okay, so after that I will create a box layout from kiwi.uix.box layout import box layout. Okay, and after this I will take a button. Okay, so I will say kiwi.ux.button import button. So whatever you import, just get this in a capital letter. Okay, so from kiwi.ux will be same, and after that whatever the model you want to import, you have to say that name. So suppose if I want to get the label, so label import in a capital, you have to say label. Okay, so this is the way you have to go. Box layout, button, label. Okay, and next we will go with the text input. Okay, so from kiwi.ux.text input import text input. Okay, so here we are done. So these are the stuff required, and rest of the things are enough to proceed to create an app. Okay, so we'll call this as a margin calculator app. Okay, call the module that is app, and I will define, I will build, and I will start with self. Okay, so here we will proceed with first, that is self dot layout. Layout is important, in which we are going with the box layout, and the orientation, it is very much simple. It will be vertical equals vertical. Okay, now next what happens, the layout is done with box layout, you have to proceed with the text input. Okay, so all you can give is, suppose if I have to give self dot. So first symbol I need to input. So symbol 1 equals text input, in which box will be there, and I will give a hint. Okay, so hint underscore text will be like the first symbol, so it will give a hint. Okay, and it will be like in a opaque mode. Okay, the first symbol. Okay, so this is our done, and the same we will proceed with the copy paste. So at least 6 things will be involved. A side will be there. Okay, if you watch my previous video, quantity will be there. Okay, same 4, 5 and 6. So first of all we'll go with the quantity. So quantity 1. Okay, and then side 1, symbol 2, quantity 2. Okay, so these are the inputs required, like at least 2 symbols have to give, and I have to give this quantity and side, whether I want to go for buy or sell, and how much quantity I want to put. So this need to be like mentioned. Okay, so I must say that if you are getting any doubt, please watch the previous video. Okay, so first symbol, then first quantity, and this will be what? After quantity we need to mention our side as well. This is done. After first comes the second symbol, and each and everything in a second order. Okay, so here symbol, quantity and side. Okay, so we are done with our text input. Now we have to talk about button. So what I have to say? Self. Okay, self dot button, and in which I have to mention about button. So if the button will be there, there will be text will be there as get margin. So if I click on this get margin, I will get the output. Okay, as I like single comment, so go with that one. Okay, so get margin is done. Now I need to bind this button. Okay, so button self dot button dot bind, and in which I have to say on underscore press equals on button underscore press. Okay, so this is the way I need to bind. And the next thing I have to say that about the label. So if I have to say self dot result underscore label, in which what I have to give as a label, and whichever label I'm giving, that will be like that will be my response. So I will keep this so like keep a gap over there, so keep a dash blank. Okay, so this is the way I need to refer. Then what I have to give? I have to add the widget. Okay, so how I will go? Self dot layout dot add underscore widget. Okay, so widget is very much important if you are creating a Kibia app. Okay, and here you have to mention whatever the self symbols you have talked about. So that will be self symbol 1. Okay, and this is how you need to add all of the add widget. So let's go with it. 3, 4, 5, 6 button as well as label. Okay, now so here side 1, quantity 1. Okay, side 1, symbol 2, quantity 2, side 2, and then we have to mention about the button and the result underscore label. So here each and everything is done, and I will say return self dot layout. Okay, that's it, done. And in the next, what happens, I need to mention the on button press, that on press, if I press the button, what should the value should be there. So on button press, what I have to give, I have to give as a self and self comma instance. Okay, so here if I have to go with these things, and first I have to mention that at symbol 1 what I'm doing is I am calling with self dot symbol 1 dot txt. So whatever the input you are giving, it should be in a txt. Now same it goes with other stuff as well. Other should be integer. So if I am talking about quantity, we should be in integer. Okay, and it will be like self dot quantity 1 dot txt, and this should be an integer. Okay, so this will be like for the other as a side 1, and same thing goes with the symbol 2 quantity 2 and side 2. Okay, so it will be symbol 2 quantity 2 side 2 quantity 2 side 2 and symbol 2. Okay, and the next I have to talk about response. So I have to say cell response equals self dot the get margin, what I define as to get all of the response from the API, so that I need to mention, and here I have to give symbol 1 comma quantity 1, okay, comma side 1. Okay, for symbol 2 quantity 2 and side 2 will be the same format. Okay, so here and the next process in response, what I'm getting the result stuff. Okay, so what I have to say that result underscore label, result underscore label, okay, in which what happens if I get the response, that should be like this, and the result what I am getting label should be in a text. Okay, so that's it, done. And the next thing what I have to do is I need to define the get margin. In get margin I have to say self, comma, and all of the inputs I need to provide. Okay, so we are done here. So I will copy paste here the previous code of mine for getting the API. Here I will say response will be okay, so return that response. Okay, so here I believe I'm done. So I will mention that app and I will call that app. Okay, so first of all I will check each and everything. So here box layout is done, text input for each and everything is done for button, bind. Okay, result, label, and a widget for everything. Okay, I hope I'm not missing anything. Okay, button press should be this, and everything is good to go. Have to run in this way. So call that class dot run parenthesis. So if I have not done any mistake, I will get a layout app. So on underscore button press is not defined, it is telling me. So okay, it is self dot layout. First of all, I don't, it is good. The only thing is, while mentioning this self, I have to mention here as well. Okay, so we got our margin calculator app. Okay, and all of the things which is contained, just put the input, and if you say get margin, you will get the required things. Okay, so now what happens, I will copy each and everything from this and will paste it. Okay, so first of all we'll get this header, and I'm ready with my access token, so that is also to be required. Okay, so you just need to be generate the access token for that reason, and after this you just paste it here and take it out this stuff. Each and everything. So just instead of calculate margin, you have to put get underscore margin, and here I have to paste. Okay, so everything will be the same, just have to push a little bit to get in a complete normal way, and I have to give here a self. Okay, the rest of the thing contains the same because I followed from the previous code itself. Okay, so according to that I am trying to give the input. So here I believe everything is good, so I'm gonna get the response. So I will run and once again, and it is not, I believe, calculate underscore margin, but it's get underscore margin. Okay, so it should match with the code. Now what I have to give, I have to give the value. Okay, so you remember what are the things I have to give here. So suppose if I have to fetch the bank nifty. Okay, so I think tomorrow will be Wednesday, expiry is there, so it will be 3/7/2024. Okay, and I need to get some of the values which I am looking for. So it will be 52,100 C will be there. Okay, so let's try this stuff. So NSE will be there, and what I have to say, like NSE is to 52,000, NSE is to bank Nifty. Okay, and we have already discussed all of each and everything, how to take input and how to go for such algorithm in my previous video. So please do watch that stuff. Okay, it will be helpful. So special, like fetching this OTM, ATM, ITM, I have discussed there. Okay, so 1 or 2 videos recently have been done, so please do watch that. Now if it is weekly expiry, what I have to give? I have to give year and I have to give month, so that will be 7th July, and third will be 03 03, and the next thing is 51 C. So that's what I'm going. So initial quantity 15 quantity should be there, and what I'm doing, I go with the plus. Now same goes with the C side only, but I go with the 52,000. So if I proceed further, lesser, and I have to give the 15 quantity, and second side will be like as a, I want to go with the, so this will be a sell side and this will be like the buy side, so it will be better. So just get the margin. So now I believe I'm getting an error which I need to check. So I think I'm not getting the proper response here. What happens here also, I have to give coming first and then E. Okay, so I think I've been explained. It will be for this. Okay, so we got this our response. Okay, so all I have to spend for this hedge option selling is 33,810 rupees. Okay, so this is how you can go for it. Okay, so recently I have done some withdrawal, so that's the reason also margin available is this way. And say particularly if you want to get the only margin available, okay, or only margin total, what you need to do is you have to say in this only, say suppose a data should be there and a margin underscore total. Okay, and I believe I have to give it one more time. Okay, so we'll give it the same thing. Okay, so you can check this out. Okay, so let's get this margin. Okay, so this is how I will get the value. Now what happens, I can put one more as a for placing orders. So I can say as in execute as Fires have in their app, so that can be done. So I can just put a button and if I just say execute, it will totally execute whichever the input is there. Okay, so try this stuff. Okay, if you have any doubt regarding this video, please do comment below. If you have any other queries or requirements, please do contact me direct by WhatsApp. Thank you.